So if I had a speed run making $30,000 in the next 30 days wholesaling real estate, this is exactly everything I'm going to do. Now, I'm not gonna do it in watch me in 4 or 5 hours. I'm gonna speed run this puppy because we wanna make money and we need to make it fast in wholesaling real estate. So I got my computer here and I think everyone's expecting me to just go on my phone and cold call for 17 hours and then that's how I'm gonna get my first wholesaling deal. That's not how I'll be doing it in 2026. Times are changing, old man. This is the new age of wholesaling. We have AI, we have all these great tools to make wholesaling real estate so much easier for us to make a ton of money. So let's get behind my computer and let's start making a ton of money in wholesaling. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing if I am, let's just call it my city, right? Port St. Lucie, Florida. How am I gonna find a deal? Well, what I'm gonna do is go after my niche data, my niche lists. This is by far one of the easiest ways to make more money and call less sellers. Now, if I wanted to just get a deal and just flex it out, I'd probably go to X Leads, pull a high equity list and just cold call, and hate my life. Now, I'm assuming you have no money, but that's not even the option either. What I would probably do is just pull the niche data, I would get it skip traced and just start calling or texting these leads. That's what I'd be doing. That's how I'll be speed running this stuff. So let's go out here and do it on the niche data side. Now, I love pulling data from X Leads and cold calling it, but really we should niche things out and really do it a lot better because frankly, you don't want to call 4,000 sellers this month. That is a lot. I've done that a lot. Throw it on a dialer, do that stuff. That's not where I'll be pushing you right now. I would probably have you call, let's say 500 sellers, maybe 1,000 at most to get the same result, if not make more money. So let's go out here and do this. So I'm in St. Lucie County. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go to the St. Lucie County Tax Collector Office. And this is just a website of the St. Lucie County where they collect the property taxes. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on property taxes. And I understand that every county is a little different. So you might have to use AI to figure out where it's at. And this is the website for the tax collector. Now, the county of Port St. Lucie just doesn't make it super easy to pull tax delinquencies. There's not a screaming list that says, these are the tax delinquencies. It don't work like that, right? They make it a little harder, right? I can go search records right here. And now on the tax site, I'm going to go press reports. And that's where it's at. In Florida, a lot of it's under the reports section. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose real estate under real estate reports. And let's see what reports. We're going to just shared reports. And if you go here, there's a little things on here called unpaid records. So we're going to scroll down. These are all records here. This is the current tax roll. So right here, the public real estate current tax roll list is right here. I'm going to click that one. And so they have the tax roll of the cities and all these things, but this is the current tax rolls with districts. And this one looks good. So I'm going to be doing 1,000 records. I'm going to press search. It's going to run a report of all the tax rolls in St. Lucie County. So it's going to take a decent amount of time for it to go through. And right here's all the tax rolls. Now, this works. This gives you the district and the account number, which doesn't really help us. So we're gonna go here and look at some new reports. There should be an unpaid accounts by owner. So there's delinquent with search and there's an all delinquent. So if I press all delinquent, and just press search here. Let's see where we're at. All delinquent, press search. There should be every property that has unpaid taxes on it. So right here it pops it up. We have the owner name and the owner address. And what this data basically is this property right here. Again, I can't share it because of the tube, but basically this owner, S&B Associates, owns this property. This is their mailing address. This is the actual property address in question right here, the legal description too, which is really interesting. And let's see how much this person owes in taxes. Currently, this person right here, they owe $3,688.47 for the 2025 current tax year. These people have not paid their property taxes. Now, taxes were due in November, and we're currently recording this in late January, so that means they're probably 2 to 3 months behind. That's not like the best type of list possible. I would probably like them to be delinquent since 2023. That'd be kind of cool. So I'm gonna do tax year 2023, research it, and right here we're seeing some sexy properties. So let me just choose one property, an example here, and let me do this one. So I have this one that looks pretty cool, 5606. I'm not going to tell you the rest of the address, but this person, Maria, she has not paid her property taxes in 2 years, and she owes $2,000 in property taxes. So let me actually pop up her address on the property appraiser, and let's look at some of the data on here. So St. Lucie County property appraiser. So going to St. Lucie County property appraiser, I'm going to search the real estate on here, and this person has not paid the property taxes right here in a while. So let's look at this property right here. This is a nasty looking property. I don't know if you see the picture picture here. Little wood frame, crappy little house. Let's look at the record card here, and it looks like that this property is a 1,200 square foot house. Got all the info on it. I'm just gonna go to tax estimator and look here, calculate property tax. No, and look here, you got assessments, search for the, okay, there's a link to the parcel and the tax collector right here. So I popped up this parcel up here, so I get some more info on here. So I see it right here. So now, as you can see here, this person has not paid their 2023 tax bill or their 2024 or their 2025 tax bill. And they're facing like 6% rates on there. So this is definitely something interesting. It looks like they have penalties before of not paying their property taxes. And this lady right here, if I go to the property appraiser site, she has owned this property. Let's go to sales. She's owned this property since 2012. So over 14 years she's owned this house. This seems like a really good wholesaling deal, right? So what I'm gonna do is we can obviously look to see if she's dead or not, because sometimes that's a probate. So we're actually gonna search her name and see if she pops up as an obituary. And she has not died. Let's see her name on here. So she's still alive. So it's not a probate. So interesting. So we're gonna reach out and we're gonna try to get a deal from this. So obviously what I wanna do is, I'm not gonna do this individually with every single person. I would go out here to obviously the reports of all the unpaid taxes, and I would just pull them all. Let's see how big of a list this is. I'm gonna pull this as a XLS format. We're gonna do a CSV and we're gonna go download it. And let's go see how big this list is. People haven't paid their property taxes in over 2 years. So this list is, let's see how big this data, wow, this is a big list, man. This is a list of 1,300 properties that haven't paid their property taxes in 2 years. You probably haven't even pulled this dang list. That's how crazy, look how easy this is. You haven't done it. Come on, man, or girl, really. And I have the owner's information on this too. Now, again, if I want to be a lazy bum and I just want to like get the lowest hanging fruit, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go search this by the amount of taxes owed. So the balance amount, how much taxes are owed. And I'm going to go find properties where they owe the most in taxes. So let's go to sort the sheet. So this guy owes $136,000 in taxes. Whoa. Okay, that's actually a big property, so we're gonna ignore that one. I mean, let me see what property that is. Who's $136,000 in taxes? Let's look at this property card right here. Let's actually go to the property appraiser and look this up. Oh, this is like a massive like multifamily building, but this guy is delinquent. Look at that. This is like a 15 unit. Whoa. It's the Avidia. Oh, it's a rehab center. Wholesale rehab center. I'm down. Okay, so let's just like go normal like people stuff. So if I go down here to like regular balances, like, I mean, some of these are pretty big. Like, let me look at this one. And my favorite is when the mailing address is different than the actual property address. So for example, this property right here, this person on this property right here, which is actually not a bad looking property. If I go to their tax collector office, it looks like they haven't paid, and they haven't paid 2024, and they haven't paid 2025. So they're facing almost $30,000 of tax delinquencies. So what I would do, this is a picture of the property. I would go to this house right now and put a sticky note on the door. Like, if I was you, and you're watching this, and wherever you live, whatever city you live in, this is what I would do, by far. But again, I'm recording this video right now, so I'm not gonna drive to the guy's house, but let's just call this person up. So let's just put this sucker into xleads.com. Now, if you don't have xleads, I would go to cyber background checks, truepeoplesearch.com, and let's try to find the owner of this property right here. So let's pop him up right here. And this property is...
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Hello, this is Zach calling on a recorded business line. I'm trying to reach Mr. Young.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
Again, Florida has a bunch of laws about recording somebody while calling them, so I have to tell them they're being recorded and it's on the business line.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply.
I got all of his emails here, so I would probably go out here and email him like crazy. And this guy's not gonna answer his phone. He's probably been called a million times on tax delinquencies, but he's still not paying. These guys usually don't answer their phone. So how do you get in front of them? Let me show you.
Please leave your message for 5.
All right, he's not answering there. So we're gonna try, he might be dead. So I'm gonna go to cyber background checks and see if we can find any relatives. This is Randolph Young, 832. It looks like it's this one.
Sorry, the mailbox is full and there is not enough space to leave a message. To send a message to another...
Mailbox is full, huh? I'm liking that. Let's try to find Jacqueline on here. See, if it's tax delinquency and no one's answering, I think someone died. Let me look up these people.
Hi, how you doing? You've reached the voicemail box of Jackie Young, And I'm sorry I'm unable to get to the phone right now. If you would, please leave me a brief detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Make it a great day.
Hello, hi, this is Zach. I was told I need to contact you pretty quick about your property there on. Please give me a call back at your earliest convenience. So this person has not paid their property taxes and no one's answering, and it looks like there's an obituary on the record here. Property Magnolia Drive right here too. Looks like it is a standard house. I mean, I would probably go to their house right there and put a sticky note too, probably talk to them. I would leave a text message, I would email, and I would do whatever I can to get in front of these people. But honestly, this is how I would do it. And looking at these people like, holy moly, it looks like this guy died. This could be an insane probate. So I'm gonna look at relatives and try to reach out to them there. It's a great way to speed run this stuff. But honestly, if you want to do it a lot quicker, just put them on a list and just start dialing, cold calling. What I would probably do here is I take all delinquencies right here. I would export the data set on a CSV. I would go to ChatGPT. I would upload the delinquent list. I would say, take the property address, city, take the street address, city, state, and zip code. Only take the street address, city, state, and zip code, and put it in a skip traceable file for. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this data set with AI and let me upload it inside of XLeads. Go to xleads.com, get their phone number, throw it inside a dialer, and just start calling government data. Use this for code violations, probates, tax delinquencies. The AI actually lets you do it pretty dang quick. Now, I do get interested when these are probates and tax delinquencies. That's when it goes really crazy. But right now, I'm just going to take this for wholesaling. It's pretty simple. These are people not paying their property taxes for years. And usually most wholesalers just overlook the stuff. Now, what's the most interesting is when you pull the data set right and you call them, the leads are good when they answer, but when they don't answer, usually that's a probate. And that's even crazier what I found, because some of these are not probate. So what I mean by this is the person died, but no one formally filed a probate. So it's like a pre-probate property. And most wholesaling softwares can't find it, but this is the money list. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna upload the CSV, and we're gonna upload this tax delinquency list. And obviously what I do is I put this in a spreadsheet like this right here. I would put like a phone number 1. And then what I would do is I would find a property like this one, for example, right here. I would go to cyberbackgroundchecks.com. I'd put the address in right there, skip trace it manually if I had to, if I had no money. And right here we have the info. So what I would do is I'd copy all this. I'd copy the phone numbers. So for example, I would take this. The owner on record here is a Samia. Let's find Samia's information right here. Her phone number is right here, so I would just copy it and I would paste it right here. So that's how I'd skip trace like for free. I take the info right here, go to cyber, phone number, and then I'd put it right into here and skip trace there for free. But obviously I would prefer to use XLeads so you don't have to manually skip trace everything. And right now we upload the data set, let it run. So right now, for example, 270 Southwest Port St. Lucie Boulevard, and it says space Port St. Lucie. The tax delinquency data does not like sync it up right. So I'm asking the AI to get rid of the city. So it's not parsing city, parsing street address, and then it does city just all in one. I'm gonna remove it so the data set's cleaned up a little bit. It's like 123 Main Avenue, Miami is like the street address. Well, no, it should just be 123 Main Avenue. So what I'm having right now is I'm pre-embedding it and I'm fixing the address. So the skip tracing file should be fixed right here. Go back to uploading. Now all that data is cleaned up and parsed out right there. Oh, wow. So we're gonna upload that cleaned up list right here. Let's see what pops up. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, wake up and smell the money. Look at this thing, Mamma mia. That looks like straight up money to me. So yeah, I got all these files of tax delinquencies and we're gonna pull this entire list right here. And now we have all the phone numbers skip traced right here. And they're right here under contacts, all the phone numbers. Boom, start calling, let's start getting some money. So I'd pull the data, I would skip trace it, treat people search cyber background checks, or throw inside of xleads.com and get your skip tracing done right here with the best CRM and dialer in the game. I would definitely hit all these calls, I would text them, that's how I do a deal. But if I had no money, cyber background checks, treat people search, call them up with niche data. This is where you call 600 people get a deal versus the average wholesaler calling 5,000 or 6,000 people to get a deal. Guys, this is exactly how to speedrun success in wholesaling real estate in 2026. More niche is better. So guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach signing out. See ya.